Hello everyone, I am Angel with Angel's Peaceful Garden, and today I'm going to be planning out my 4-week out seed starts for the Spring Garden 2026. So we are almost at the home stretch where all this stuff is going to go outside. When I tell you that seed starting is a marathon, not a sprint, if you're seed starting, you tell me down in the comments, are you ready to put all this stuff outside yet? Because oh my gosh, it's a lot. This is my first time doing it, and I think I have. You can't see my grow station, but I will do an update so that you'll be able to see all of my starts that I have already so far. But with no further ado, because we have a lot to do, I am going to tell you what I'm planting as I'm putting it in. And then I'm going to tell you also what went well last year, what were my top things that I don't want to say I failed at, but I want to do better. Top opportunities, I guess you would call it. And I'm also going to tell you what things did well for me and what keeps me motivated, because everybody knows that there's one plant that you plant your first year that keeps you gardening. So I'm going to share all of that while I'm planting out. But before I do, let me tell you about what happened. I'm using what I have, guys, because I ran out of seed starting mix. Gonna buy another bag of seed starting mix. I know that I have started plenty of seeds with just regular indoor potting mix, and this was already sterilized. I had already boiled it and everything. It was ready to go. So half of these have seed starting mix and half of them don't. And on the top of it, I'm going to put vermiculite on the top of them, because I don't have a lot of perlite left, and I want to save that for something else. So I'm going to go ahead and move the camera down, and I'm going to get started with planting. All right, guys, I'm going to try to show you as I'm going. So these are okra, and they are supposed to be planted 1/4 of an inch deep. The seeds are pretty big. This is my second time trying these, so I did get 4 the first time, but I only planted a few cells, but I want a lot of okra. So I'm going to put 3 in each of these. I'm not sure why they didn't come up the last time, but I definitely, I had the perfect amount. I definitely don't want that to happen again. All right, y'all. So I wrote some notes, so that's what I'm looking at over here. So last year, when I was starting my garden, timing was quite an issue. I didn't know that there were certain crops that you had to grow at certain times, so I was starting whatever I wanted to. And as does happen, that didn't work out too well. So I wasn't successful, and very quickly I learned that I had to plant things at the right time. And so I went back to do a little bit of research, and I kind of started over again. Started the whole garden over again, because when I started in March, everything died. Basically, everything died. And so that was no fun. But I didn't give up. And then the second thing that was an issue for me, and it's still an issue because I'm trying to figure out the sun in my backyard, is certain things need a lot of sun, certain things need some sun, morning sun, and not the harsh afternoon sun. And so trying to figure out where that is in my yard and where things can go without dying. Because Texas is just hot, y'all. And I had no shade in my backyard, no shade at all. So that's why we built the cattle panels, and I was able to put shade cloth up on there. And that worked out pretty good. Once I got that shade cloth up, everything was growing. It grew so pretty, but it was late. It was so late. It was late in August when this happened, because I didn't plant my tomatoes until I think July 1st. I was watching so many different people and not knowing about growing zones or anything like that. So when I planted my tomatoes, it was too late. It was way too late. By the time I got actual tomatoes on the plants, they didn't have enough time to mature to red ripened tomatoes. They all stayed green. So that's one of the plants that I need to redeem myself on this year. This one is a Supremo hybrid tomato. I'm sorry, not tomato. It is a cucumber. Yeah, and I got this from an Etsy shop. It's called Mommy and Me Gardens. So this is a hybrid cucumber. Last year I did all heirloom seeds off of a survival pack that my husband got me. And so, yeah, this year I am trying hybrids. That's one of the other things that I wanted to tell y'all. So if you don't know, heirloom seeds are seeds that you can grow the vegetable, and then later on, when they go to flower in wherever you're growing, you can take those seeds and plant the next year. And it's an older variety, tried and true. And when you grow heirlooms, you're going to get true seeds out of the fruit, and you'll be able to keep growing and not have to purchase seeds every year. So that's good, because you want to save money. This is cucumber, and I've already got these labels up, y'all, so I'm trying not to mess myself up. So Supremo goes right here, and I think I only need to do 2 in each of these, and I did 3 sales of those. These seeds are kind of big. Hybrids are engineered to be the way they are. So that's the difference between hybrid and heirloom seeds. So we got our Supremo hybrid done. All right, the other thing one of the other things that you need to watch out for is watering, overwatering and underwatering. I definitely had issues with both. And that's because I was using the finger method, where you walk around to each pot and stick your finger in and figure out which one needs water and which one doesn't. But the problem with that is, when you have too many in a garden, you're not going to be able to get around to every plant and figure out, does this one need water? Does this one not need water? And it just becomes a lot. I didn't tell y'all what this was that I'm planting. This one is Bait Alpha. I'm really excited about that one, because this one is it is an heirloom, but it fertilizes itself. So this seed should not need any of the pollinators for it to pollinate. So let's hope that is what happens. It would help a bunch in my production. Even though I do have quite a few pollinators to come by, and I am definitely growing more flowers this year than I did last year to get pollinators in my garden. I think it'll help out with production on all of these to be able to have something that doesn't need to be pollinated by a bee or me to go by and hand pollinate, which is, I think I did that quite a bit. I hand pollinated quite a bit with my cucumbers and my okra. I think I hand pollinated almost every okra that we got. And I can't do that with the amount that I'm planting this year. This is a sugarberry watermelon. And the sugar babies are like a personal watermelon. They are super sweet and we loved them last year. So I'm going to plant them again this year. I'm only in the garden probably going to put 4 plants, 2 in each pot. Because last year I did 3 and we got quite a few, but we still were buying watermelon from the store because we like watermelon. This variety though is kind of mealy. So I'm also going to be doing another variety of watermelon as well. And the other one is a little bit larger. There we go. The other thing that I did last year, this one is funny. The other thing I did last year was I thought that things weren't growing as fast as I wanted them to, or starting to fruit as fast as I wanted them to. So I thought it's a fertilization issue. I'll fertilize more often. And what happened was a lot of the stuff that I planted started to, I don't know, it didn't like that. It did not like that at all. Okay, so this one is 1 inch depth on this winter squash. That is winter squash, and the variety is Waltham butternut. So it's supposed to be sweet, and it is a vining variety. So I'm gonna put 2 in each cell on that one, and we're gonna push those down some so that it can be a little bit deeper. I'll push those down pretty far. I just realized I mixed up one. Well, they definitely an inch deep now because I'm putting so much of this vermiculite on top of here. All right. So the reason why I got it mixed up is because I saved some sugar baby watermelons seeds from last year, and I am not confident in my seed saving yet. So I planted the actual seeds as well as I'm gonna plant these. And we'll see what happens. When you plant your own seeds that you grew the season before, it's supposed to, the plant that you get is supposed to be a lot more acclimated to your microclimate. And so it's supposed to be a plant that'll be a lot more resilient out in your garden. And that's what I need because it is so hot here. And by the time those watermelons, we got those watermelons, they had gone all the way through the summer season. And then it started flowering again late September. September, I think. Yeah, it was pretty late. This one is the Crimson Sweet watermelon. So this is the other one. This one is a round melon that can get up to 25 pounds. It takes 80 days to harvest. Supposed to plant it about 1 inch deep. Trying to make sure I get the seed actually off my finger into the soil because it's wanting to stick. I probably only need 3 of these Crimson Sweet, but I'm going to go ahead and plant 6 just in case. Okay, this one is a Dollar Tree sunflower. It is a mammoth Russian and it's supposed to get up to 24 to 30 inches in height. It takes 75 days to mature. I went to Dollar Tree today and they are almost out of everything, y'all. That is wild. That stuff went so fast. The seeds are almost gone. This one is supposed to go about 1 inch deep as well. I'm going to push that down pretty far. And these seeds look just like sunflower seeds. I wonder if you could just get a pack of sunflower seeds and plant them. I don't know how that works. Maybe I'll try that as an experiment. I'm planting these separately because I'm thinking because the plants get so tall that I don't want to put more than one in each one of these cells. Okay. African daisy. These 1/4 of an inch is how the depth that we're supposed to sow these at. And they get 10 to 15 inches in height. Okay, one of the other issues that I had, guys, was not planting enough. So we want to make meals with what I am planting. And the only thing that we were able to make real meals out of was the okra. Because I did plant 2 of those, but those 2 plants gave us quite a bit. I'm planting more this year so that I can have some too for storage. I did the mammoth sunflower already. I need to be putting this vermiculite on as I'm going because I'll forget which ones I did. And that won't be good for anybody. So really take a look at how much you want of an item, and you can look up how many plants you need and how many plants can feed you need to feed your household, you know. So this one is the African daisy and they are over here. I am just going to overseed all these flowers. So I'm going to put 3 in each on these African daisies. Y'all keeping up with up-potting and planting all of these out. Ooh, it's keeping me busy. Plus I'm having to do a lot of projects to get my trellises up. So it's all about the garden right now. Okay. This one is a yellow canna. I don't think I've ever seen this before, but my coworker gave it to me. And she said that the pollinators really love it. So I'm going to try it and see. And I'm going to split the difference because this is kind of a big seed. I'm going to go about a 1/2 inch because I have no idea what the seed instruction is on this one. And I'm just putting one in each cell. Isn't it nice when people share with you as a beginner gardener, because you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what plants will work, but when somebody actually gives you information, that's why I like YouTube, because I get a lot of information. It's just a blessing. So thank you, ma'am. Thank you for giving me these seeds. All right. This is straight 8 cucumber. Everybody's talking about this one, so I'm excited to see what it tastes like. I think they should put names on the varieties in the grocery store. Don't y'all think that would be helpful? So you know what you want and what you don't want. This one is 1/2 inch down, and they grow to 16 to 18 inches in height. 60 days. I am going to put 2 in each because I only did 3 cells. Straight 8 is done. We've got, this one is a California Giant Zinnia, and 24 to 36 inches in height, and they need to be sown 1/4 inch down. Ooh, that maturity is long, 60 to 75 days, so that'll be all the way to summertime. The zinnias last here in the Texas heat, so I want a lot of them. So I'm gonna go with 3 in each cell minimum, and they're kind of small. It's kind of a small seed, so they're sticky. And this one was a Dollar Tree seed as well. Okay, I'm gonna speed it up as I go through the rest of these. All right, this is the last one. Okay, if you did not see my potato experiment video, I would go back and watch that because this is part of that. This is a seed that grows a potato. And I hadn't seen anything like that, but I found it at my local nursery here in DFW. It's called Callaway's, and I just had to try it. Just had to. These came out of the packet like this. It's not even in a it's not even out. Maybe they have to. Oh, that's different. That is very different. Start indoors, plant seedlings 12 inches apart, 85 to 110 days. Plant 1/4 inch deep. It's supposed to give you small 3/4 inch to 1 and a 1/2 inch creamer potatoes are both round and oblong. The smooth skins come in a mix of shades from yellow to rose gold to red. So it's kind of like a mixed bag of small potatoes, baby potatoes. Oh, these seeds are pelleted and they are tiny. I'm going to go with one each, and then I'm going to go back if I have some left. Yep, I'm going to end up having enough to put 2 in most of them. All right. Whew. This potato experiment is going to be super fun. So I hope that y'all will come back throughout the season to see what happens with these, see if they sprout. Hopefully I can get at least one out of that entire row. Water these in pretty good. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed today's final seed starting video. It was a long, 4 or 5 videos that there was, but we finally made it to the 4-week out. The only thing we have left to do is the direct sowing, and I probably won't video all the direct sowing because it's going to be mostly flowers anyway. For hanging out to the end of the video today. I hope you enjoyed the seed starting for the 4th week out seeds for 2026. And if you did and you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe and like and share this video. And as always, may the good Lord take a liking to you.